These are questions from different people, Rinpoche. So should I first complete Ngondro before I practice Mahamudra, Rinpoche? That's a question.
You know, what I have actually done is like, Ngondro is a very important part of practice, yeah? Which builds up very unshakable foundation. So what I've advised to many students is, even if they can't complete the whole Ngondro, at least do 10,000 times first. Okay, so you can start to practice, but then you can make a later commitment that when you are able, then you can finish the all. But at least if you do it 10,000 times, you have at least started, have done something, you know. Otherwise, like many times people start to do 100,000, they're stuck there for a whole life. They can't get out from that first step, you know? So I don't want to be like that, you know. So you just finish 10,000 times, then later you go back and try to finish all, you know. At least you have started, you know, somewhere.
So Rinpoche, we should explain what Ngondro is, because some people don't know. So can you explain what Ngondro is?
Ngondro means like basically building a foundation, you know, like basically therefore like knowing about impermanence, knowing about precious human body, knowing about the cause and effect, how it works, and knowing about what this samsara suffer. Yeah, this is the so-called four ordinary foundation. This is the most important. So this, when you understand four ordinary foundation, it gives a sense of meaning to our life, to practice. You know, it's like a booster to our practice. Many people say, Rinpoche, I can't really go forward. I need energy. This is the energy you can have, you know. This is the energy that gives you, this is the practices that gives you energy. It gives you a sense of urgency. Why I need to practice? Why now rather than later? So give all the logical reasoning, you know, so it's very important. So once you have done these four verses are just to, to visualize and try to understand deeply and try to apply into our daily life. Then comes Guru, first is refuge. This one you need to do 10,000 times or 100,000, at least 10,000 times, which gives like connect with all the lineage gurus and receive blessing. Because our journey can be very tough, difficult. So we need a lot of guidance, a lot of blessing from all the lineage. That's the purpose, yeah. And that's the first part. Second is called Vajrasattva, purification. You know, so without knowing, with intention, without intention, we may commit a lot of wrong acts, which can be fatal to our spiritual journey, very dangerous. So this is way of like whatever that we have left over karmic debts, we eradicate, and whatever the act that we involve, the act of non-virtue, we try to overcome on daily basis. You know, so this is to basically to remove all the impurities of body, speech, and mind. We may have inherited for a long time. You know, so this is called the Vajrasattva. So even every day you can recite 3 times. You know, because just saying sorry, it doesn't work at all. You know, you make commit crime and you go to Buddha's image and say, Buddha, I'm so sorry, I've done this. And Buddha may say, okay, never mind. Again, you go tomorrow, you may say, I'm sorry. Every day, sorry, it doesn't work. Yeah. So you need to practice Vajrasattva purify. So it helps us to eliminate the effect of our act of non-virtue. Then mandala offering. Third is mandala offering. This is to cultivate merit, not necessarily wealth, physical wealth, happiness, merit, especially in Vajrayana, merit, or in Buddhism as a whole, plays a very, very important vital role to our successful spiritual life. Like for instance, meeting with the guru is also considered merit. Meeting with the right family or right husband, wife is also considered merit. Successful in the business is also considered merit. Everything to do with this merit. You know, how we acquire merit by recitation of prayer, meditation, and mandala is also way of offering to all the Buddha and Bodhisattva to cultivate merit. There are many ways of cultivating merit. Sharing love and kindness is also a way to cultivate merit. Yeah? And then finally, the fourth is the Guru Yoga. So truly you're connecting with all the lineage and receiving blessing, for all the lineage, and particularly from your Guru, in order to attain realization. Without the blessing, the guidance, without gurus, no matter how hard we may try, we may not reach our goal. So these are very, very important parts.
So just to be clear for some of these questions, Rinpoche is saying that, so Rinpoche just explained Ngondro, and traditionally normally you do Ngondro, and then you would be introduced to these types of Mahamudra practices, and for that you would need the lung, right? So then the transmission would come, so you could do that practice. But Rinpoche is here saying that for this book, you can read, buy and read, no problem, right? But to do the practice, then that's better that way. Is that right, Rinpoche?
Because I came across, I just share with you, it says, like anybody who has interest, at least with the loan, they can start to practice and get advice from the teacher. And definitely there will be something coming out of this practice, So you can read, but don't just jump into practice. Read and you can share with any qualified guru. That's okay. That's good,
Wonderful. And then for people who are interested, people are asking Rinpoche how they can find out about your Ngondro teachings and your Lung. What I think is we will put the link to Rinpoche's teachings this weekend. And if you register for that, you'll be on the list for all of Rinpoche's future teachings and Lung.